How's everybody doing? Today's my first video, and what I'm going to show you is a car that has been brought to me that father passed away, and it's a family thing, and these people are bound and determined to get this car done. So at that point, if you take a look, we'll start off with just this area right here. You can tap on, usually find mud, little piece right there you can see coming down the side. What the guy did first wrong here is he made this cut. Rocker goes down in behind and welds in here. This piece here comes down and welds along here, which also has a little flange that comes out. As you can see, the flange has been removed. Second thing that he did was he made a cut down here, not knowing that the new part has straight edge. As you can see, the edge is far from straight, so we're going to need metal in there. On top of the backings, we're lucky these are nice. They are the inner rocker support, as you can see here how it looks. It's all holy back there, and we're going to replace that. Moving on, the quarter panel. I wrote some measurements down to show where the lines are going on this and where all the holes are going to be. But considering we're using a panel that is basically a half a panel, I believe that it'll only go up to about this high. So I'm going to keep top holes. We'll be able to go off these measurements here and drop down and get the lowers. But rule of thumb, take pictures before you cut anything apart. Do measurements, height measurements, measurements from the top down to get your height here correct, and the look of this line correct, so you don't have a bow or uneven surface there, because when you look at that tire, look how much that pops out. Okay, so back here we're missing a piece. We're replacing the quarter floor filler, which is this, and again another panel like the one I showed you previously, just on the bottom half that only comes to here. Car's gonna need a little Bondo work, but no big deal. Moving on to the back, not too bad. It's not too bad moving on to the back. Look at the depth of that Bondo. The corner is literally made. So we're replacing the tail panel in this. The bad thing about it is, on these cars, they have two pieces that hook in the upper and the lower area. Both flanges across the back are wrong and rusted, so them are going to have to be done too. The last person that had this car had that airbrushed in there. We move on to this side. Not as bad. Holy. Again, you can see in the olden days on the other wheel well, there's brass along this lip. Obviously someone filled this one. We're going to cut this off. Hopefully we're going to get up to about right here. cut this all off and replace it. Again, in the back, no steel in the back of that. We're going to put that part in, and then we're going to remove this rocker, and we're also going to remove the inner rocker and replace all that. And then moving on to the doors, fenders, roof. They all seem pretty solid, other than, you can tell by the old paint job. It was, a lacquer put on it and then a straight enamel put on it. And you can see in areas how thick it is. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to take the soft pad to it, strip it down, strip down the front. The hood's going and getting louvered, and we'll see that shortly. This side's pretty nice as far as the front end goes. Going to be a cool hot rod once it's all done. Doesn't have to, have no rod up on the top, which is a good plus for this car. We have a few little things to do. It does have an air ride in the back, as you can see. All the interior, air conditioning, things like that. This is all on the customer that's going to have that redone. Other than that, stay tuned for the first piece when we fill that hole. And you know what? Hit the button and subscribe. See you next time.